Hi, my name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and my firm assists physicians with employment contract issues. Many physicians coming out of training are foreign medical grads, and in order to assist in their immigration, they need to enter into a J-1 waiver employment contract with their first kind of job out of training. And so I'm just going to kind of go through what are the basic elements that need to be included in a J-1 physician employment contract. Hopefully maybe make it a little easier to understand. So what is an employment contract? Simply, it's just an agreement between you and the employer of kind of what the terms of the business relationship will be. And so every state has their own kind of requirements of what needs to be in a J-1 contract. Most of them are almost the same, and then there are some states that either require or don't require a number of things. And so I'm just kind of go through what everyone will have, and then maybe a couple of the things of kind of varies state to state. So first, the J-1 contract must contain the sites where the physician will be working, and then the services that they'll be providing. It must state that the physician must start within 90 days of receiving the J-1 visa waiver. And I'm just kind of going through, like I'm in Arizona, and so I'm going through kind of the Arizona Department of Health Services requirements for the contract, and I'll kind of get into all right, what varies state to state. It must be for 3 years, and that's for any state. It must state that the physician will work a minimum of 40 hours on average. That must be in every contract in every state. And then the employer and physician must both sign the agreement. Those are really just the bare bones things that must be in every J-1 contract. Some of the things that change state to state, and this might help, a J-1 physician that's kind of looking in multiple states for different opportunities. Arizona, for instance, prohibits any kind of non-compete in the agreement. Arizona does allow, and they do enforce reasonable non-competes for physicians in the state. But they, prohibit them in a J-1 contract, and that kind of can change state to state of whether it needs to be in there or doesn't. If the contract changes in some way, if there's an amendment, the amendment must still reach those basic minimum requirements. And then if it is amended, then generally it must be run through the state's health department or whoever is overseeing the contract as well. As far as negotiating a J-1 contract, every contract negotiation is based upon leverage. And honestly, a J-1 physician has probably less leverage because they need to be in that type of position. But different specialties always have different leverages than other specialties. And then if you're willing to go into certain places. Now, obviously, if you're the entire point of the J-1 program is to bring in physicians to, health service shortage areas or underserved communities. So you're likely going to go somewhere that's maybe more rural, not going to be in a large city, most likely, and is probably harder to recruit to. And that's kind of the intent of the program, is to bring in good physicians into these areas where it's harder to recruit to. And then after the 3 years, then they can, go through the process and get their green card. So that's kind of the basics of what needs to go into a J-1 employment contract. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have any questions, you can call my firm at the number listed below in the description. Or you can reach us through our website at chellelaw.com, CHELLE law.com. And thanks for watching the video.